minutes ago, stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins, emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. This is taken to the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Ballage. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch the left, watch the left. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 57, Mike, 57. Here we go, let's bring it.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection.
And, his first carry, he loses the football. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. There he goes left side. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Come on.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
You got it. You got it.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
It's a party now. Kill, kill. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Graham. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Drake. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
57. 180. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They run it with Balaj. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Let's get off the field, D. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Wide, get wide.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. To throw, Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. Brought in over the middle by Glenn. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, this game is, of course, part of the NFL 100 series, and the historical significance here goes back to that 1981 AFC divisional round game, dubbed the Epic in Miami. Others called it the game that no one should have lost. Boy, you had so many great plays in there. The hook and ladder, the end of the second quarter by the Dolphins. Remember Kellen Winslow, future Hall of Famer, getting carried off, exhausted in that contest. Over 1,000 total yards between the two teams, and led by Dan Fouts, the Chargers pulled off the 3-point win in overtime. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Load it. Load it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They run with McGuire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. McGuire will try to pick it up, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Elijah McGuire, his first touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Joey Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Drake. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing Fitzpatrick. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They run on second down with McGuire. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Balaj. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd down, Fitzpatrick again. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
36. Wait. 57 to Mike.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Delta. Hey, here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Rocket. 52. You're the night-night. Don't go night-night. You. Behind.
Here's Rivers. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Black 11. Go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Behind.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Rivers. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
That's trash.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On the handoff, it's McGuire. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Running, it's Drake. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Check 37, check 37. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Completes it to McGuire out of the backfield. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a gain of 6.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A third down run with McGuire. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Badgley able to punch this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on third down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back to McGuire again here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, here's McGuire. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, L.A. Elijah McGuire with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Fitzpatrick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throw complete, Fitzpatrick to Parker. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick, and he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 26, check 26.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzpatrick. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, color. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. SOS.
Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Right there in the middle, 55. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. Behind.
A give to McGuire. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Let's get it. Hey, Brown 80. 12. Get ready.
Off the bootleg. Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Returnable for Grant. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 81 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Well, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
And they give this time to the tailback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now running the jet sweep with Benjamin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Step run 80, block 11. Check.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Wait, 89.
Rivers now. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. The Charger 1st down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
1st down, Los Angeles.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
390. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. Anthony Lynn says now's the time. His guy's going on 4th down. They'll run for it with McGuire. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Anthony Lynn went for it but did not get it. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now from Baltimore. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
So this crowd will not go.